We didn't know there was alligators there. We have our inflatable kayaks, but I think we might forego that.
We're on our way to Cane Creek State Park in Star City, Arkansas. For reference, we're about an hour and a half south of Little Rock near Bayou Bartholomew, the longest bayou in the world, and we've got our fingers crossed for alligators.
We are checked in the visitor center, heading to our site at Cane Creek State Park, and we've never seen any of these sites at all, so we're excited to pull down here, see what it looks like, and get back in and set up. Nothing funner than setting up camp. We're in site 18, which is on the water side of the loop on the left side. I love the antique truck that we just saw. I don't know if you showed it or not, but it's beautiful. I love that style. It looks like a early 80s, late 70s, I guess early 80s.
See the lake. Well, they got prime spot. Look at that.
18 right here.
Hello?
Any trees to my right?
Nope. Straight back.
I mean, for my truck.
No.
Nothing we're about swinging out into? How
Nope.
much? I mean, there gotta be eventually. There's that post, the posted thing to me.
Yeah, that's it. Come on. I've got on my sun hat, and we're going for a walk. Y'all ready? Woo! Okay, so when we pulled up, I showed y'all what it looked like. There were people everywhere. Apparently it was spring break. Our kids are homeschooled, so we never know when spring break is, and we always show up when things are packed and wonder where all the people came from. Let me show you what it looks like out here now.
Today, cleared out, went from completely packed to us and one other person, just empty.
Which is a good thing, because the shower house here, I would give it 2 stars out of 5. And that is because a 5-star shower house are quads. You know, where you get the toilet, sink, shower all in the same room. That's not what they have here, which is fine. Other campgrounds are that way too. However, this shower house has shower curtains, and you don't get a stall. So it's not like you walk into a stall, shut the door, you have a dry area and then a curtain. No, someone walks in the bathroom.
The curtain's the only line of defense.
There's nothing between you and the front door except this curtain that blows around. That's it. I don't like that at all.
Right next to it is a stall door on the toilet stall, so there could easily just be another solid door into the shower entrance, because it's the same little partition walls as the toilet. So all I need is a door, which is the same as the toilet door. So I don't know why they would ever put a curtain when a door could be there, and it's so much more secure and comfortable when there's not just a little flimsy plastic curtain between you and the world.
So when we go to shower, the only way that I'm gonna feel comfortable showering, especially with the girls, is if like one person stands outside and makes sure the shower curtain doesn't blow. You can be in there washing your hair and then somebody opens the front door, and anyway, I don't like that. I don't know why they would ever do that. It can't be that expensive to put a door on. That's my gripe.
Well, and state parks cost more for the most part than Corps of Engineer, so you would think we could get a door, just like the Corps of Engineers always have at least a door.
So there. That's how we feel about that. I'll unfortunately probably have to show it to you later because we're going to shower. This way, kids. Anyway, it's cleared out and it's finally quiet around here. And we're going for a walk because there's this really nice path that leads from the campground. So far it's paved. And it's going to go down to the lake, which we've been told sometimes has alligators in it.
There's a bench in case you need a break.
Yesterday there was a fisherman out here in a fan boat. He was actually camping next to us, but there are all sorts of, or there's a whole area of lily pads over here, and he was just fan boating it through those lily pads. I would imagine it would be difficult to do with a traditional boat in the water because it would either mess up the lily pads or gum up the motor. What do you think, babe? Wrap around? He knew what he was doing because his fan boat He had a regular motor, he had the fan, he had lights all over the side. He came back with 2 huge catfish, 2 that we saw. He might have more. We've got, this is paved all the way from the campground. So far, it is handicap accessible. Benches, climate control. Yeah, but the actual campground, I mean, it's not just that. It's not just shower doors. Like, some of the grills are leaning and falling off. You can't use them. One of the picnic tables next to us, it looks like, I don't know if someone sat on it or sat something heavy on it, because like it's bent really bad. It would be impossible to use.
The water spigot runs water everywhere when you turn it on.
Yeah, the water spigot leaks like mad. Anyway, we'll keep griping we'll quit griping because we're going on an alligator hunt. What did you get? Caterpillar?
And fish. Get off me, spider. Hi. Fast and tickly.
If we're remembering correctly, this lake is about 1,600 something acres. So it's a whole lot bigger than what I thought it was. And it's right next to what? Or Bayou Bartholomew runs into it or skirts
around it. It's definitely on the spillway side, I was told. And it runs from, well, it runs at both sides because it runs from Pine Bluff to Louisiana. It is the longest bayou in the world. I know country, I think world. So the specifics of what a bayou is versus other bodies of water, I just know I read that it used to be bigger and wider and deeper, and then all the farming and stuff, sediment filled in some, so now it's not as big, but still like waterfowl and fishing is a big thing. But yeah, the longest bayou in the world is here from Arkansas to Louisiana and runs through by this lake.
And we can go see it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's access points.
The road goes around and you can see, it said bayou access, but yeah, Bayou Bartholomew.
Okay. He knows where the stumps are.
I hope, but you never know what's moved.
He's flying, isn't he?
I just thought of it because I just read somewhere on my phone that Arkansas had the worst fatality rate last year, I think, for boating accidents. Like way more wrecks, way more deaths, and a lot of it was speed and hitting things that didn't know were there. Anyway, you have to be careful because things that are just underwater can really mess you up.
All right, we're back up here by the shower house. So if it's empty, I'm gonna show it to you on the inside. So that's what I'm saying, like you walk in the door, somebody walks in the main door here, you're right here showering behind this curtain and it blows and there you are. And I know it's true because I walked in the bathroom yesterday and someone was there showering and that's the sight I had. So not cool. And I guess they're calling it handicap accessible, I'm not sure. There is a handicap accessible campsite over here that is paved, of course, and has a paved sidewalk all the way to the bathroom. So I'm not sure how handicap accessible it would be.
Show this. Look at this little thing coming to get
What is she doing?
She went to get a map.
Oh, our map girl.
Jump the speed bump. We were camped over here. We walked down this nice paved, expensive path to here. And we were gonna go see this fishing pier, but you have to either go through some thick woods or follow the road, which is a long circle around to get back to there. So you can't get there easily without a really long walk or driving. So we'll check it out later when we're out in the truck probably.
And that's not just thick woods right there. It's also straight up.
steep.
You know, it's very, very steep, so that'd be all fours climbing. So we'll definitely have to drive over there. They have a rent an RV here. So if you don't have a camper and you want to camp, you can. But the outside needs washed pretty badly. I don't know what the inside looks like. I've never seen it, but there is rent an RV. Only one. Some campgrounds have those. They'll have, I think Bull Shoals White River State Park had 3, but there is one here, and there's Dish Satellite. It has a deck on it, so if you want to check that out, you'll have to look it up on the state park website.
So that's the only way you can sleep here if you don't have a camper or a tent, is you can sleep there. There's no cabins or lodge, but there is that. So there's one thing, if you just need to bring a car driving through, you can technically sleep here.
If you don't have a camper and you want to visit some of the state parks, DeGray and Lake Charles and Petit Jean have yurts. Devil's Den and Petit Jean have cabins. I'm trying to think of what other. DeGray has yurts. DeGray has yurts. I've taken pictures of them.
There's camper cabins a lot.
Yeah. Bull Shoals White River had camper cabins, but then Devil's Den and Petit Jean for sure have cabins. That's all I can think of off the top of my head.
Mississippi River State Park, or whatever that is, Village Creek or Mississippi River on the east has camper cabins.
Okay, there you go.
Hello. Good. We're just out walking.
There you go. It's a nice day for it.
It is.
Nice and cold.
We walked down the path, put the campground into the program, and then realized to get to that pier, it's either crazy woods or back out the road with a big way around to get there. You can see it, you can't get to it very good.
Oh, that's what you feed him. You feed him?
Stuff in your hands.
Here we go.
Put it up here.
Keep watching.
Yep. You got it.
There's a big, maybe alligator one, white, common snapping turtle rather. So this says Bayou Bartholomew. Bayou Bartholomew is the longest bayou in North America and perhaps the world. So I guess, not sure. It goes from Pine Bluff to Louisiana.
We went in the visitor center and we got our stamps for our state park passport, which all 5 of our state park passports are at home.
Now try to say
Oh,
Bayou
wait.
Bartholomew 5 times fast.
Bayou Bartholomew. You do it.
Bayou, but no, it's hard to say. Bayou Bartholomew, Bayou Bartholomew, Bayou Bartholomew, Bayou Bartholomew.
I always have our state park passports, but I cleaned out my purse the other day to go to Monster Jam in North Little Rock, and we have 5 of them and they're really heavy, so I took them out. So here we are on this trip we've been to
Your
3
hat blow off.
Yeah, 3 state parks so far and no passport. But they'll stamp them on a piece of paper that you can just paste in your passport, so it'll be
Back on
okay.
for you, your hair is flat.
My hair's flat, but I'm going to take a picture. It doesn't go like that.
You do it. Hey, by the way, we expressed our feelings a minute ago about bathrooms. So we actually got in conversation with the person in the office and a ranger. So we expressed our feelings about the shower not having a door but having a curtain, and about the other money, and we asked about pots of money. Anyway, so the pavilion was kind of with the same pot of money, whereas the sidewalk apparently is separate funding or whatever. But they did listen and said they would pass it on to the maintenance supervisor and look into that, because they hadn't thought about how important doors versus curtains were. So hopefully they did listen, and hopefully there will be somebody looking into maybe that, since it is probably a very low cost thing just to add a door versus redo the whole bathroom. So hopefully that will get done, or at least considered. So they seem to listen to our concerns there.
We're out here sticking up for you guys. All right, we got our customary picture in front of the sign. If you don't have a picture in front of a sign, it doesn't count. We look like Paw Patrol blew up around here.
Thanks, Mike.
Our friends Mike and Julie gave the kids all the Paw Patrol toys that their grandkids grew out of. And I mean, there's more down here I'm not showing you. There's like
That's a lot.
8 vehicles and all the figurines. It's crazy. But we're on our way to, we're gonna hike.
Yeah, there's a couple trails we want to check out. Today's supposed to be just about as good as the weather we're going to get. To be like 84 for a high, not too bad. So we're going to go hike and see what the trails have to offer here. We just met some cool people from Ontario, Canada, who are traveling on a big 2 or 3 week trip down to Alabama and then up through northwest Arkansas and on back to Canada.
That was pretty cool. It's always cool to meet people from, you know, other states, other countries who come here because they know that Arkansas is the natural state. It's an outdoor playground.
They've been here. They've been here more than once. Have a lot of stickers from here because they've enjoyed it before and they came back on purpose to enjoy it again. So that's flattering. Glad y'all are here and hope you enjoy your time. Jeff
and Joanne.
Jeff and Joanne. As long as the table, you had your stuff over there. As long as that's good.
I got it.
Okay.
You got water? Are those bottles full?
Yep.
Here, bud.
I look down and I'm wearing slides. Can't hike like that. I'm so glad I looked down because I would have done a whole hiking trail and slip on shoes. All right, you want to lock that back for me? Oh, it's right there. There you go. He likes to pretend like I didn't buy him a hiking fanny pack
Looks real cool.
that holds his water bottles. There you go. Thank you. Now I'm ready. Ready, kids?
Do it.
Yeah. How long of a drive is it? Where we're going?
It's like a couple minutes. It's just the way the roads are laid out. You have to walk a pretty long distance on the road to get to the trail, which would mean you're adding to your hike quite a bit. So we want to get to the trailhead and then hike from there.
Oh, we're doing the Cane Creek Trail or whatever it's called.
I think they both start from the same place. There's a shorter, there's like a 2.5 mile, 15 mile. They all kind of, I think, connect there if I'm not mistaken. I don't think so. I think I forgot that. We'll wing it. I'm sure there's a map up here and some blazes.
You are prepared.
Never can.
Show us the back. There we go. Look at you.
Oh yeah.
Quick draw.
Oh yeah. Apparently the bridge is pretty far from here, so we probably have to do, he said you can park on Highway 11 and kind of cheat and get to one of the bridges quicker, because I think this one you have to go not just 2, I think you have to go maybe 5 or 6 miles to get to a bridge. You get to go a good way in to get to the first bridge from this direction. So definitely want to see one of the bridges.
So the trailhead does not give us a map of the trail, and there are 2 trails here, Cane Creek Trail, Delta View Trail. One's red blazes, one's yellow, and it doesn't tell us which is which. So hopefully once we get further along this trail, it'll clarify. We're waving a stick down low in front of us because there are spider webs low across the trail. Normally you catch them in the face. But this time they're low and they're like sticking to our legs. And we have bug spray, but Timothy said he wanted to spray our shoes for ticks, but our bug spray doesn't cover ticks. We have met quite a few people lately who have mentioned this new alpha-gal disease that I've never heard of, but it comes from ticks, those ticks with the white dot on their back, right? Lone Star tick. But makes you allergic to like red meat and dairy, I think. I had never heard of it until last summer, and then we met, I think, two different people camping who had that, and then we started seeing commercials about it too. So we've always been leery of ticks, but even more so now.
Oh yeah, probably a chipmunk. Well, they were too far south.
We definitely should have looked at a map first, because so far this has been a really long walk through the woods. I was expecting like a creek or some lake.
The lake one is like 12 or 15 miles. There might be a map. We had the colored map in your side pocket. Who took it out? It was in here.
You told me to take it out.
Oh, it was in here yesterday.
I have my phone.
It was in there.
I'll try to look it up.
Cane Creek, oh, Cane Creek Trail's red and yellow, okay. So the yellow only is Delta. So all we're doing is from the parking lot. Oh, that's a highway. Okay, so it's this circle right here. We're on this circle, the yellow circle. It parallels the red for a while, or it's the same trail for a while, and it makes a loop, comes back, whereas the red keeps going around the lake.
We've walked a grand total of a half a mile.
That's what it says.
We just saw a marker back there. And so far, it's just all woods, which,
And that's kind of what most hiking.
I mean, well, I know, but a lot of hiking that we do will have like a view or creek, bluffs, you know, something like that. Of course, we've only given this a half-mile chance so far, but we live in the woods, so we know what Arkansas woods looks like. Looks like there's a little bit of a bridge down here, but I'm thinking we'll give it more of a chance, but if it doesn't turn into something other than woods here pretty soon, we might just backtrack back to the truck and go check out the lake or something like that. Here comes a sign. I bet it's just the same as what we've seen before. The ranger told us that they had a high wind storm here about a week ago. So there are, he said, trees down on the trail. We can see a lot of trees down on the side of the trail. They've cleared some of them, and then, you know, there's others just off in the woods. So we haven't had anything blocking our path yet.
We have not yet found the spot where the yellow branches off from the red-yellow combined trail to loop back, and we can't tell based on our location on the phone where we are anyway as far as how far into the trail. So I think we're going to backtrack and go to Highway 11. You can park at a pull-off and you can see the swinging bridge from there, not too far. You hike a little ways from the car and see the swinging bridge, and then might do a little bit more of that trail if there's some water over there. Part of this, the long trail goes along the lake, but the short trail, the 2.5 mile trail, does not. So it's just woods with no water. We like to kind of get where we can see some water. So maybe we can do part of the 15-mile trail that borders the lake from that parking spot as well. I'm gonna look at them out. I think that's possible. We can do part of the lakefront swinging bridge and kind of make our own trail out of that section of that one. That sound reminds me the wind in the pine needles. My grandpa's land, 150 acres, and there was mostly oaks and cedars and stuff. There was one patch of pine trees in the back of the land. I always walked up there as a kid when it was windy because I would sit there and listen, and I always thought it sounded like a waterfall whenever you have a bunch of pine trees and the wind blowing through them. It's really pretty sound.
My goal for this whole state park is to see an alligator. And I promise you, I have been looking. There's lily pads all over here, which I feel like maybe that's where they like to be. We've got ducks. No gators yet.
Ducks might be gator snacks. I've looked over there from that dock. Our camper is right above that dock. Actually, you can see our camper. There's a red truck. Over here. Come over here.
Over here?
There's a red truck, okay, and there's a black spot to the right. That's
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, we're camped right there. This lake is a whole lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, it's over 1,000 acres, I believe. I was expecting something quite smaller. One of our followers and subscribers told us, Stan, told us that he helped design and plan a lot of this park. And of course they dammed up, I guess Cane Creek, babe, I'm not sure, to create this. And then you've got, look at all these trees out here. Dead, of course, but I would imagine that's good crappie fishing right there.
Probably so. We like crappie.
Oh yeah.
Like.
We're driving, looking around, and Bayou Bartholomew is right here. The longest bayou in the world. The road's going a little further away from it now,
Turn around and get some.
but it looks like, I don't know, maybe it's a It just kind of looks like a very slow moving, slightly muddy creek swamp with a lot of cypress trees.
There's been very little rain, burn ban, drought around here, so I'm assuming it's probably usually more water. So now it's lower because of the weather. Found a little road you can actually get to it from here. We should check it out on foot. Washed out really bad, not taking the truck down. We can go down there though.
In the next episode, we're gator hunting in Bayou Bartholomew, and you'll be shocked at what we found. If you watched until the end, give this video a thumbs up and put code word Bayou in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.